If a car's acceleration is in the same direction as its velocity, what happens to the car's speed? Of course, it will increase. Which line or lines on the graph represent positive acceleration if east is the positive direction? Of course, B and D, because from the graph, the only two lines sloping up are B and D. Using the graph, determine the average acceleration between 2 and 4 seconds. We know that the slope of velocity time graph is equal to the acceleration. And from the graph, at initial time of 2 seconds, the initial velocity is 4 meters per second. And at the final time of 4 seconds, the final velocity is 16 meters per second. Then find the difference between the final and initial velocity and divide it by the difference between final and the initial time to get the average acceleration of 6 meters per second squared. For an object with constant acceleration, what does its position time graph look like? Of course, it's parabola, because the position depends on the square of time, so the graph is parabola. The velocity time graph of an object is shown. What is the displacement of the object after 5 seconds? Of course, displacement is the area under the graph, and the shape under the line from 0 to 5 seconds is of course a triangle. So in order to get the displacement, we must know the area of this triangle. And from the formula of half times base times height, the base is of course 5 seconds and the height is 25 meters per second, so the displacement is 62.5 meters. What factor does the slope of a velocity time graph give you regarding an object's motion? Of course, the answer is acceleration.